Okay, you couples out there, how does it work? You ever hear people say, I'm working on myself, or we're working on things? It's like, okay, when? How? It's really a blow off, or it's like, I'd like to work on it, but I don't know how or where. So, I've seen it way too often. I think people mean well, but it's like, unless I'm going to dedicate some time to doing the thing, it's just not going to happen magically. So let's talk about three meetings that every couple needs to have. Whether you just started dating, and getting to know each other, been dating for a long time, married couples, you need three things. You need three meetings, okay? And to see it as we as a couple need three meetings and to work together to figure out how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, in the house, out of the house, you arrange it, I arrange it, separate. Let's talk about the three meetings. The first is a date. Call it date night, hangout time, whatever you need to call it. The most important one has to happen. The focus is emotional connection, fun. Enjoy each other. No business, no kids, no details, no rehashing an argument from earlier in the day. None. Just reconnecting, getting to know each other. So often people get into a relationship and they ignore themselves. Then they get into the day-to-day life and they ignore the relationship. We're not investing in each other, continuing to get to know each other. Connecting, it's super important. When you have fun and positive time together, it strengthens the connection between the two of you, which is obviously important. But also that when the glue is strong between two people, then if we're going to discuss some issues or feedback, if the connection feels weak and now you're giving me feedback, it feels even weaker. I can't handle it. Where we've invested regularly in the strength of the connection, our bond, through shared positive fun time together, it's easier than to handle some of those uncomfortable stuff. Some people will switch off. You plan the date this week, I'll plan it next week. Definitely important that it has a set time in the calendar. You can always change it, but here's why it's beneficial. It's like, I know Tuesday night 8:00 I have you, and then I have a benefit and a gain from it the whole week long. I'm aware of that time is mine, and we will be together. We will have that time. I'm important enough in your life. You've made the time. You're important enough in my life. I've made the time. You need it. Okay. Meeting number 2 is an emotional business meeting. Gottman calls it a State of the Union meeting. That's where you do the work. When you say we're working on things, here's where you do it. You get together and you do an exercise. You go back over an argument and try to work it through. You give each other feedback. You do conversation starters or something to get each other sharing. I've got lots of these kinds of exercises you could do. One of my favorite is practicing hearing and understanding each other. It's called a 1-minute drill. You speak for a minute. I'll reflect back to you what I'm hearing. And then you correct me. And then I'll reflect again, reflect, correct, back and forth till you feel satisfied. And then, whoa, you just felt heard. And I can give that to you because I know that I'll also get a chance to be heard myself, and then you switch roles, for example. That's the second meeting. The third meeting is business. Money, finances, home, chores, schedules, all that good stuff. That's where that stuff gets talked about and discussed and worked out. And so do it as a we thing. Say to each other, we as a couple need these three meetings. Just realizing all three are needed. They're important, but they're separate. What happens is you go on a date and then you're trying to talk business and you're trying to work out an issue. It's like taking a 5-course meal, which is delicious, but throwing it all into one bowl and then like trying to eat it. It's just not going to work. It's gross. So realize that you need these three meetings, just that awareness. Start with the date. Try to get that in as soon as possible, and add these three meetings to your schedule. You see what works, see what doesn't work, adjust and go. Try to make them set. Even if you have to change it, you have that set time. But watch as it has a positive impact. When you try it, hit me up in the comments and let me know how it goes. Good luck.